So we're going to do a meditation that comes from my book that will help you meet that future self. And the tricky thing when we ask uh, for information from our future, from these parts of ourselves, we have to be prepared for whatever we're going to be told. It may not be what we most want to hear. And the ego likes to step in. So, in order to get a pure channel, if you will, to that future self, it's useful ahead of time to journal on some real essential questions. So, this might be a good time for you to pause this video, grab a journal, and ask yourself, what will happen if I don't, what will I feel if I don't get the answer that I want about something in my future? How will I be able to trust that whatever I'm given can be utilized for my highest good? And I think if you just focus on those two essential questions, there are more, but just looking at that ahead of time before we jump into the meditation is going to really serve you well, because we want our egos to step aside and we want to have a pure channel to spirit and to that inner wisdom that we all carry. And so we have to kind of calm those egos down so that we can trust that while we might get an answer that feels a little scary to us or disappoints us in some way, it is ultimately to lead us to clear whatever needs to be cleared so that we can change the outcome. No outcome is just one way. So the other piece I'd like you to do is to really ponder a question or a dilemma that's bugging you right now, and that you need to have information of how to resolve or to know what a likely outcome is. And something, I'm not talking about something in 50 years, I'm talking about something in perhaps a year or two, or maybe even sooner. So once you've written those questions and answered them to calm your ego, then I want you to just kind of close your eyes for a minute and take a deep centering breath and ask, what do I most want to know right now in my near future that will help me with the dilemma, help me with something that I'm wanting to create, some outcome that I'm looking for. And when you get clarity on that, we're ready to begin our meditation. So closing your eyes, putting all your focus on the act of breathing, becoming fully aware as you exhale, and fully aware as you inhale. And on the inhale, pulling in a sense of calm and relaxation. And on the exhale, pushing out any concerns, any distractions, any fears. Just let that all flow out with the breath. And as you tune into your breath, you'll begin to notice that you're dropping more and more into your bodies, feeling more and more embodied, continuing to use the exhale for releasing thoughts, distractions, feelings for now. And now on the inhale, I'd like you to imagine that you can draw in tiny golden spirals of light. And that this light, these spirals, disperse to every cell in your body. And you can begin to feel that. You can begin to feel the spaciousness. You can begin to feel that you're both being soothed and awakened in every cell. You might even begin to feel like a cellular massage. So just take a moment and tune in to the feeling of those golden spirals coursing through every cell. And tune into your heart. Allow it to become more and more expansive, bathing yourself in love, perhaps bathing your loved ones in love, perhaps bathing all of creation in love. And again, paying attention to the breath, allowing that breath to take you into a deeper and deeper state of relaxation. Now I'd like you to imagine that you're in a beautiful place in nature, on the banks of a crystal clear lake. Perhaps a place you've been to, perhaps a place you create in your imagination. There are mountains surrounding this lake. It's private. It's peaceful. The sun in a vibrant blue sky is warming your hair, warming your skin. You hear the rustling of the leaves, the singing and the calling of the birds, the gentle lapping of the water upon the shore. And take a moment just to feast your eyes on this beautiful scene, and the shapes and the colors of our natural world, this beauty that's right here before you in your mind's eye. The crystal clear of the lake where you can see the reflection of the trees, of the mountains, of you. Walk around a little bit and feel, touch things, touch the water, touch the earth, touch the trees and the rocks. Palm of your hand, notice their texture, their temperature, and their energy. And just to allow yourself to fully and completely enjoy this place for now. Now, whenever you're ready, I'd like you to find a place where you can sit, leaning back, your spine straight, supported perhaps by a large tree or a large boulder, or you might want to put your most favorite chair there on the bank with you as you look out across the crystal clear lake. And again, take a few more deep breaths. Allow yourself to become even more relaxed, even more present. And as you're glancing across the lake, you begin to see a column of light, a horizontal column coming towards you. And it feels really good. It feels like it's bringing something very special for you. So it doesn't feel scary or confusing or like anything you want to avoid. If anything, you feel very excited to let this beam of light come closer so you can see what it's bringing you. And as it gets closer and closer, you begin to see that it's bringing a form of someone, perhaps. As it gets closer and closer, you realize that in fact, this beam of light is bringing to you a part of your future. It's bringing a future self that already knows about your highest choices, that already knows what wisdom will help you right now in your present life, in whatever dilemma or desire or question is up for you right now. And so allow this light to bring your future self onto the shore. Ask this part to sit down. This might be a part that looks very much like you, or an etheric version of you, your light body. Or it may not look like you at all, or it may only be a sense. All of that's fine. Just allow whatever's coming forward to be there for you. Go ahead and greet this part. And listen to this part greet you in return. Now I'd like you to focus on your question. And as you do that, I want you to just do your best to clear any fears or expectations. Just ask that part of yourself just to sit down next to you so that you can be fully present and open to whatever wisdom is being brought to you right now. It may not be the wisdom that you think you need, but it will very much be the wisdom that will help you on your journey. And so, feeling yourself more and more in that place of trust and openness, I want you to go ahead and ask your question to this future self. And then wait patiently. Listen. This future self will speak to you either in words or in symbols or in feelings. Go ahead and let that future self speak into your question or dilemma. If you need to dialogue a little bit, go ahead. You can ask for more for clarification. Now I'd like you to become that future self, looking back at the self that called him or her in. So breathe yourself into that form of the future self and look back at you. As your future self, you're looking at your present self in a deeply loving way, a deeply wise way. Notice what you see and feel as you look at this self. Notice if there's anything else you feel compelled to share. When you feel complete, come on back into the self you started with, looking at your future self sitting across from you. And thank this future self. Thank this part of yourself for sharing wisdom with you, for sharing guidance with you, knowing that you can always call on this part again. And perhaps taking another moment to really ponder the information you've been given. When you feel ready, go ahead and begin to bring yourself back from this beautiful spot in nature into the room you're sitting in or lying in. Wiggle your fingers and toes to bring yourself back into the world that's present for you right now. Breathe deeply. And if there's anything you'd like to jot down in your journal in terms of what you were given, I encourage you to do that now and to date it. May you keep shining your light brightly. It helps us all.